Hey guys, what's up? So today I just wanted to do a quick video on basically how the Soothe2 Jaycen Joshua kick to bass sidechain technique works. It's something that's become more and more popular, and it's sort of like become a standard of how a lot of people today clean up their low end, and especially the relationship between the 808s and the kicks. And for the longest time, obviously a lot of people used to do just the regular side chaining with a compressor, and in some cases you even had like people like Mixed by Ali, they actually like automate the volume of the bass where every kick is. So there's a bunch of different techniques of how obviously you can do this, but one of the more popular ones now is the Soothe2 sidechain trick that Jaycen Joshua does. So what I'm basically going to do is try to show you how this sounds and how this works and how to set it up using Soothe2 in your session. I don't know how much of this is going to be apparent on YouTube, but ideally the point of this video is that you guys will know how to set it up, throw it into your mixes, and then clean up all of your low end. So this is basically how it works. In this case here, this orange track is the 808, and this track here at the top is the kick. So I'm just going to drag these two on top of each other so you guys know exactly what's what. So I already have this set up, and I'm going to show you guys a rough example of what it sounds like. But essentially the difference between your normal sidechain and your Soothe2 sidechain is with Soothe2, because it's a resonance suppressor, it's not actually ducking the volume of the 808 or the bass when the kick hits. That can sometimes be a little bit too pumpy, and it can sometimes make your mix sound a little bit more squashed, especially if there's a lot of low end happening. Instead, what it's doing is wherever the kick's frequency response is, it's eliminating those frequencies from the 808 or the bass, but keeping it at the same volume. So it's basically instantaneously reshaping the sound of the 808 for the very short duration that the kick is happening, and therefore you kind of get a more even volume of bass. You get a lot more headroom, you get a lot less squashing and clamping down, but most importantly, you're getting a way cleaner relationship. So a lot of times people try to EQ this, but you know, obviously with dirtying up the bass and getting a lot more harmonics, that's not always going to be achievable. And one of the things that I love about this technique is sometimes you have multiple kicks in a song, and you could have a very hard kick in the chorus or the hook for like a pop song, and a softer kick for like the build up or whatever it is. So apart from using just the regular sidechain compression, you sometimes, you know, you're not going to be able to draw in different EQs for different kicks to the same bass. But obviously with Soothe, because it's dynamic and it's obviously learning from the source feed of the kick, it's just pulling it out wherever it's starting to resonate. So instead of it pulling out resonant frequencies from the bass, it's pulling out the frequencies of the kick at every given moment that the kick is hitting. And obviously if you have softer kicks, it's going to sound a little bit different than if it's a very hard kick. So let's hear the kick and 808 in the whole song with no Soothe2. This is what that sounds like. Yeah, so that's basically what it sounds like with nothing, and then this is what it sounds like with, hopefully this shows on YouTube. There you go. So I'm going to show you how you set this up, and we'll do the whole thing from scratch again, just in case this is a little confusing to you and you're doing this for the first time, or you're new to this, or whatever it is. This is just to be a helpful guide through. So basically this is your kick track. Wherever your kick track is, you're then going to send this to a bus. In this case, I'm going to call it bus 1 and I'm going to rename it to, we'll just call this sidechain for now. It doesn't really matter. You can call this anything you want. So obviously make sure that you have level in your feed and that it's actually sending volume and this is not at 0 or infinity. So you have something being sent to Soothe. Then you are going to load up Soothe2 onto your 808 track. And this is obviously the default setting that you're going to get. What you're going to do is double click on this red dot so that that goes away. Double click on the black dot so that goes away. And then now you're going to drag the high cut circle dial all the way down to like anywhere between 300 to 500. It really depends on what type of song and what type of 808 you have. If there's a lot of distortion and it's very driven, then you might want to roll it a bit higher. If it's sort of like an R&B soft song, you can go a lot lower just so that you're sort of taming the subs and all that stuff. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it at like let's say an even 270, 250, anywhere around there. And then first thing we've got to do is make sure that we have our sidechain engaged. So first thing here at the top, it says no key input. We're going to go to sidechain, which is the one we just renamed. It should show up on your list. You click sidechain, and now that should show up. And then we're going to set the attack to fast, release fast. But obviously, even though we've set the sidechain as the key, and that's going to be our source, the sidechain here is not engaged. The button for it on Soothe2 is not on. So you need to switch this on for it to be working. And then mix is at 100%. Trim is, we're going to compensate for this afterwards depending on how much gain reduction we're getting in the frequencies, and then we'll roll this up in a second. And then this is just basically how much suppression or sidechaining in this case you want, and if you want soft or hard. So let's just keep it at soft at 0 and see what it's doing. So as you can see, there's a little bit of activity happening on those lower frequencies. I'm going to dial it up a little bit higher. So we're getting way too much reduction there. That's all the way at like 10 to 12. That's crazy. So we don't need that much happening. You want to aim somewhere between 2 to 3 dB just to sort of clean up that low end. So let's try and achieve that with the hard setting. Yeah, so we're already getting about 2-3 dB of suppression or sidechaining happening with that. And you can hear that the relationship between the kick and the 808 is way cleaner now. The kick has its own little space and gap to fit through as it's punching in, because the bass is making way in just that part of the frequencies. So what we're going to do now is roll up and put some makeup gain on the trim just so that we can get back some of the dB that we're losing from having a little bit of that EQ come through, and then hopefully we should have a nice clean relationship and tight low end. So let's try that. So that's just a very basic demonstration and walkthrough of how to set up that technique. Like I said, Jaycen Joshua has popularized it, and I think he came up with the technique as well, if I'm not mistaken. But it's especially useful when you have farting noise between a kick and an 808, when they're both maybe distorted or they're both fighting for that same space. Soothe2 just goes, all right, I'm gonna dip out the bass just for that quick millisecond where the transient of the kick is happening, and then I'm just gonna let it go, and then the bass can come back in, and then you just have the kick punching in the middle of this fat 808 rather than just the 808 going missing each time. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. If there's anything that you want me to go over again or elaborate on, I'm happy to do so. But that is how you set up the Jaycen Joshua kick 808 Soothe2 sidechain technique.